it's just scary to think of what this little baby's up against.
A baby born into what police call a dangerous situation. What investigators say they found around her.
And what investigators say led to a deadly crash in eastern Kentucky involving a state trooper.
How the Lexington Fire Department is hoping to recruit more women to become firefighters in the city.
This is WKYT News at 6.
Good evening. An unusual birth has led to a disturbing discovery in southern Kentucky. Police say a baby was born inside a tent where meth had been made.
The Whitley County Sheriff's Office says the baby's parents, David Osborne and Megan Helton, now face charges. Phil Pendleton obtained a copy of the 911 call made while Helton was giving birth. It's our top story at 6.
Police got a call of a possible meth lab on Barton Hollow Road near Corbin about 7 Thursday morning. About the same time, a man called from there saying the woman with him was having a baby.
It's Whitley County 911.
My office just had a baby, and we're camping. We just called the ambulance. I'm holding the baby in my hand.
When EMS showed up, police say they found a whole lot more than just a mother and father and newborn.
We gathered the evidence that we located around this tent, which would be the precursors for making meth, and secured the scene.
A new life that police say was born into a mess of meth.
The child was taken to the University of Kentucky Medical Center, and it is in stable but critical condition.
Police say they're not exactly sure how long the couple had been here. They believe they had maybe been camping out here for several days. Police arrested the father, David Osborne, and the mother, Megan Helton, was cited to court.
If everything turns out well for the child, then they'll end up placing it in another home.
Police say they found only materials to make the meth, but no finished product. In Whitley County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Deputies say Osborne was arrested at the hospital. They say Helton was taken to jail because she was admitted as a patient.
New tonight, Lexington police have arrested a man they say is responsible for a series of burglaries around the city. 24-year-old Seth Dinsmore has been charged with 4 counts of burglary along with theft and receiving stolen property. Police say he broke into Brooklyn Pizza on Keithshire Way twice this week. They say Dinsmore applied for a job at the restaurant the day before the first burglary, but never showed up for his scheduled shift. Lexington police say he stole money from the cash register each time. They say Dinsmore also broke into 2 homes last month and stole electronics and guns. Police say he stole tools from a truck. They also say they're trying to figure out if he's connected to other burglaries at Lexington businesses. Tonight, we're learning more about a deadly crash in eastern Kentucky involving a Kentucky State Police trooper. Police say the trooper's cruiser collided with a motorcycle on Lost Creek Road in Perry County last night. They say a man on the motorcycle was killed, and investigators say a narrow curve played a role in the crash. Garrett Weimer's at the live desk with the latest.
The call was for a possible drunk driver on an ATV. That's what police say Trooper Jeremy Moore was looking for as he drove around Lost Creek last night. Turns out the closest danger wasn't the ATV. It was a blind curve. Lost Creek Road is a winding rural road. State police spent the afternoon there investigating after they say Trooper Moore went around a blind curve and hit a motorcycle. Investigators say the motorcycle's driver died. He was 49-year-old Doug Miller from Perry County. Izelle Noble knew him.
It was awful to think, about it. It just broke my heart.
Police say a passenger on Miller's bike was airlifted to the hospital, but her injuries are not life-threatening. Trooper Moore was treated for minor injuries. Police say no action has been taken against Trooper Moore.
But a lot of different factors, of course, play into any type of collision. But until their investigation is conducted and completed, there won't be any determination.
Friends say Miller was part of the Fallen Kings Motorcycle Club. Now that he's gone, they say they're left with nothing but good memories.
That was the last memory I had of him when we was over there. He just walked up and put his hand on my back and he said, "I love you, brother." And then he just kept walking.
Police say they're still investigating. They're waiting on toxicology reports from Trooper Moore and from Doug Miller. State police say that's standard procedure in a deadly crash. At the live desk, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Garrett, thank you. An autopsy was scheduled for today at the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort.
Well, more showers and storms are rolling across Kentucky tonight, and the weekend is looking wet. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell has an early look at the forecast.
Yeah, what we've been seeing out there today is a far cry from what we'll see coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow, more widespread rounds of showers, thunderstorms, reminding me one or two that try to get up to severe weather criteria. Out there right now, we're just tracking a few showers. One that has been just kind of hanging around across Whitley and now into Knox counties, and that's really the end of that. Maybe a few more isolated showers will try to show up here across parts of central Kentucky through the evening hours. Right now, we are still running in the upper 70s and low 80s. Throw in the humidity, and it's going to make it feel maybe a degree or two above what you are currently feeling out there. Not a big difference. As we head through the rest of the evening, we'll still track that isolated chance for a stray shower or two, but eventually most of those will start to disappear from radar. Then we get into tomorrow, and you see the rain chances will start to increase into the afternoon and evening around here, with temperatures, if you get caught under one of the showers with thunderstorms, likely get stuck a little bit cooler. But there's noontime tomorrow with 70s, and then you see that big push of rain rolling through the area. That is one of many that will be showing up across Kentucky tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and we'll have even more as we head into your Sunday as well. But once we get past the weekend, it's all worth it. A true spring-like run. I'll track that coming up for you in just a few minutes.
Jury selection begins Monday morning in the trial of a man accused of killing a Lexington man.
Mark Taylor faces murder and kidnapping charges for the 2013 death of Alex Johnson. Police say they found Johnson's body inside a barrel that had been dumped into the Kentucky River. During a hearing today, Taylor's attorneys asked the judge not to allow Johnson's mother to testify, claiming prosecutors would use her to drum up sympathy. But the judge denied that request. Attorneys expect Taylor's trial to last 2 weeks. A trial date has been set for a man charged for another Lexington murder. Today, a judge scheduled Paris Charles' trial to begin on August 8th. Police say he killed his girlfriend, Goldia Massey, in the fall of 2014 at his home on Chatsworth Drive. Investigators say they later found her severed arms and torso along the banks of the Kentucky River in Jessamine and Henry counties. The judge set aside 2 weeks for Charles's trial.
New tonight, a Perry County ambulance crew happened to be in the right place at the right time when a driver had a medical emergency. This is interesting. It happened this afternoon along Interstate 64 in Lexington. The ambulance crew was behind a driver and noticed he was in trouble, so they stopped and started giving him immediate medical care. The crew also called for a Lexington ambulance who took the man to the hospital. No word on his condition.
Tonight, firefighters are still trying to figure out what caused a fire that destroyed a Lexington home. The fire started about 5:30 this morning on East 7th Street. Firefighters say that no one was inside at the time and no one was injured. But they say because of a hoarding situation at the home, that made it harder to fight the fire. Firefighters say witnesses told them they saw two men go inside the home just before the fire started. New Lexington Fire Chief Kristen Chilton has said one of her main goals is to make the Lexington Fire Department more diverse.
And now the department hopes to convince more women to become firefighters. New at 6, Miranda Combs tells us why the chief says it's an important step for the department's future.
If your house is on fire, you probably don't care who puts it out. You just want it out quickly. But Lexington Fire Chief Kristen Chilton is noticing who's suiting up to knock out flames and take care of patients, and an overwhelming majority are not women.
Oftentimes, when I was a child, we didn't see women in the fire service. It wasn't a profession that you saw women in, so we didn't often look at it as something that we could grow up to do.
The chief is trying to change that mindset by having an open house called Women in the Fire Service. It's a meet and greet forum to see if interested women want to join the ranks. Currently, there are more than 550 firefighters in the department. 14 are women.
I don't feel like I'm any different. I feel like I'm one of the guys when I'm at work. And I do my job the best I can, just like everyone else.
Firefighter and EMT Ramey Hanna has been here a year and a half.
There are certain things that, maybe I'm better cut out for than a man. Maybe when dealing with female patients or sensitive subjects.
That's us. Just like that, EC11 is off to check on a woman who is short of breath. Firefighter Ramey says there's no other job like it, adding if anybody wants to be a firefighter, nothing should stop you.
If you're a female that wants to do this job, if that sounds interesting to you, I think it's wonderful. Come join the fire department. But I would say that to anyone.
In Lexington, Miranda Combs, WKYT.
There will be 3 open forums for women interested in becoming firefighters. You'll find those times and dates for those on our website, WKYT.com.
Morehead State University is offering to help students of a Kentucky college that will soon close. Leaders of St. Catherine College in Washington County say financial problems are forcing them to shut down next month. Morehead State will waive the application fee for any St. Catherine student who wants to apply for a transfer there. And they're keeping academic advisors on standby for all questions those students might have.
We're here for all students. We don't care where they come from, where they were attending. Transfer students here at the university are a huge part of our population.
Campbellsville University has also reached out to St. Catherine students, offering support and help with enrollment.
Let the games begin. Thousands of Kentucky athletes will gather in Richmond this weekend for an annual competition. That's next.
And then a Lexington park celebrating a milestone this year, and the city is planning something new there that children should really enjoy.
For you, it starts with a chime on your phone, a post in your timeline. But for us, it starts even earlier.
We're tracking breaking news. Well, that shooting happened at just
Getting breaking news to you is what we do. WKYT stands for Kentucky.
Tom Hammond here for Transitions Lift and Elevator, Central Kentucky's leading installer of stair lifts, wheelchair lifts, home and commercial elevators. Transitions Lift and Elevator is proud to offer the highest quality equipment at the best value. Choose from a variety of solutions, each customized to fit the need of your family, business, or church. Visit our showroom on National Avenue in Lexington or online at transitionsmobility.com. Transitions Lift and Elevator, getting you where you need to be.
Lexington Overstock Warehouse is open this weekend only for our big Memorial Day sale. Get quality furniture and mattresses at incredibly low prices. Sofa with pillows, $297. 12-month interest-free financing available. Go to LexingtonOverstockWarehouse.com for more details.
This week,
Howdy, howdy!
what a week of wheel it's going to be.
Whoa! It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
On Wheel of Fortune, tonight at 7 on WKYT.
Your late news should be new. Crazy concept, right? Thankfully, WKYT is putting the new back in late news. WKYT News at 11 is always fresh with newer stories and more updates. So there's less repetition, which means no wasted time. I watch Sam and Amber for my news and Chris Bailey for a forecast that lets me know what to expect for tomorrow. WKYT News at 11. Newer, fresher, worth staying up for.
What would you do if you saw your neighbor mowing their lawn in the nude?
Ask him, can I come help?
Ask him, can I come help? Because I ain't got no husband. I'm going to go over there and help him, and I'm going to do the edging. I can edge. I can't cook, but I can edge. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to help me somebody. I'm going to bring my crock pot over there. We're going to get this grass cut together.
Family Feud, 1 full hour starting at 7 on the CW Lexington.
This summer,
there it is again, that song.
the 80s are back, right? From the creators of The Good Wife
Why do we have to be the party of adults?
comes a new series.
It's my boss. That's his ringtone? Why? That song.
You just might think is crazy.
You're insane.
I'm the sanest man in this room. Brain Dead. Series premieres CBS Monday, June 13th.
When severe storms roll in, we go to work to keep you and your family safe by calling a First Alert Severe Weather Day. Keeping you on top of the storms with continuous coverage on air, on WKYT.com, and wherever you are with our news and weather apps. Plus an experienced weather team ready to alert you when you need to get out of harm's way. Keeping you safe this severe weather season. That's what we stand for. First Alert Severe Weather Days, only on WKYT.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
The annual Special Olympics of Kentucky is getting underway.
The event kicked off at the state capitol in Frankfort with Governor Matt Bevin lighting the ceremonial torch. Law enforcement officers are running the torch to Richmond, where the opening ceremony will be held tonight. Organizers say more than 7,800 athletes from across Kentucky will compete in the Special Olympics this weekend.
These are kids. They were probably laughed at. They didn't understand. They were looked down upon. Special Olympics not only gave them a voice, it gives them self-esteem.
The opening ceremonies will be held at 7 tonight at the Ravine on Eastern Kentucky University's campus.
And new tonight, Lexington's Douglas Park is turning 100 years old, and city leaders are celebrating with a new playground. This morning, the city unveiled the plans for the new Douglas Park playground. Construction will begin in August, and the playground will be finished by next spring. The current toddler playground will be moved to the back of the park. The park will also celebrate its milestone tomorrow with a pool party from noon to 4. And there will be music, food, and games. City leaders say admission to the party is free.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
We'll be tracking some showers and thunderstorms. This is the only problem with that event and many other events will be going on tomorrow and into your Sunday. They'll be in the area just almost widespread through the weekend. Now, as we look to the outside, you can enjoy at least one more dry day. We have been seeing a few showers and thunder showers out there, nothing too impressive for the most part through parts of southern or eastern Kentucky. It's 82 in Frankfort, 79 in Jackson, 81 in London, 82 here in Lexington as well. Throw in the humidity, it feels a couple of degrees warmer than that. We'll track some other locations out there across southern and eastern Kentucky where the showers have been showing up there. You can see a little pocket of heavier rain moving its way through parts of, looks like into Wayne County, over to Knox County and beyond. Throw in, as I mentioned, some of that warmth, and that warmth that will likely be here again tomorrow and will enhance our chances of showers and thunderstorms. Marginal risk for severe weather through this and all across the Commonwealth, really. It's marginal, so if you notice, it's the lowest level of the entire tiered system that they have now. What I think happens tomorrow is if we do see anything severe, it's going to be an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm out there. It's not going to be a widespread type event tomorrow because we just don't have the dynamics to support that. But we do have at least enough to throw up one or two that could be on the stronger side. As we head into your Saturday with our hour-by-hour forecast, you are tracking a little bit of shower activity early on Saturday morning. Get into the daytime and past noon and beyond, and that's when it becomes a little more widespread and organized, and that's where we run into that chance for something strong or even severe to come together. Now, beyond the afternoon and evening, the rain chances are still with us because we've got a force in the atmosphere, a frontal boundary that is still triggering showers and thunderstorms. Here's 8 o'clock on Sunday morning, model picking up on rain across southern Kentucky, and that will eventually lift right into central Kentucky as well. Rounds of maybe even some thunderstorms could be involved with that too. So heavy rain, severe weather threat possible for at least a few of us on Saturday. Throw all that together, especially when you consider where we've been with recent rains. And high water also becomes a bit of a concern moving forward. Rain will start to wrap up, though, late Sunday night. Very hit and miss as the atmosphere is getting a cleanse from a frontal boundary that's going to be dropping through. Notice where you find the green and yellow here. That's where we have a little more humidity. But notice the green will start to erode away as we go into next week. Eventually, it will start to erode away. There you see air drying up. When the yellows are gone, that means we're in pretty good shape. So a drier air mass starts to get in here and cleans us up. That's that frontal boundary working its magic, especially going into Monday and into your Tuesday. So those humidity levels will begin to drop significantly. Here's the way it looks on the muggy meter, which is the best way to really demonstrate it. Saturday, Sunday, it's up there. It's going to be oppressive, almost tropical on Saturday in between those showers and storms. But we get into some comfortable levels as we head into your Monday. That's after the front has really cleared town. Here's the rest of the 7-day forecast. That small chance of rain is exactly what it is. Very small and isolated, and I think most folks in eastern Kentucky have a better chance to get in on that. So starting with Monday, a lot of us are going to be on the dry side, and the humidity levels are going down, guys. But again, you have to pay the piper this weekend with the rounds of rain.
Hopefully it's not too bad.
I know you've got a big event this weekend.
Sunday morning.
You've got it, and the rain's going to be
Fingers
close.
crossed.
It's going to be close. I've got one tomorrow back home in McGoffin County. They might run me out of there for good, though, if it rains too much. So.
How about you? Any outdoor plans this
No,
weekend?
I have nothing to do, so whatever.
Just sit down and watch it rain. There you go.
Yeah, I'll just take a nap. I'll just take a nap.
That sounds good.
I know.
Thanks,
Thank you, Jim. A Wildcat earns academic All-America honors.
He did the job in the classroom and on the mound, but he will also be remembered for his hair. Long time between haircuts. And looking at the NBA, what player does Alex Poythress compare his talents to? Who would he like to be like? That's next on WKYT.
Have something that needs investigating? Email us or call the WKYT Investigates tip line.
It exceeded all expectations, so we're holding over our Memorial Marathon for one final weekend with up to 50% off, 0 interest till 2021, and double the free stuff, up to $1,000. Ends Tuesday.
Nobody beats P-Rats. Honda knows just because you're looking for a utility vehicle doesn't mean you're looking for adventure. But sometimes, adventure finds you. That's why these vehicles have available all-wheel drive to help you tackle the road outside with interiors to keep you comfortable inside. It's more than just utility. It's modern utility. Nothing compares to a Honda. KBB.com's best value brand.
Unclaimed freight notice this weekend at American Freight. Over 1,000 truckloads of living room furniture. 7-piece living room groups that include a sofa, love seat, coffee table, 2 end tables, and 2 designer lamps. You get all 7 pieces from only $398 complete. Free layaway, same-day delivery. Come to the Looney Docks this weekend only at American Freight in Lexington, 272 West New Circle Road, next to Walmart, across from Jalapenos. Phone 226-0008.
Flowers are important because they cheer people up, they make people feel better, they say sorry in a really easy way. And that's important to me because if someone's celebrating the birth of a baby or a graduation or some huge success, I get to be a part of that celebration. But every customer wants to be treated like you know them or like you are their friend. I promise, if you come in and get a bouquet from me, it will be fresh, colorful, made with care, and made with you in mind. Hi, I'm Amber, and I'm from the Portland Kroger.
Are you happy with your bathroom? I wasn't, until I learned about Bathfitter. Bathfitter puts a new bathtub right over your old one. Isn't that amazing? Bathfitter will measure, custom make, and install right over your existing tub. And only Bathfitter has seamless walls, which guarantees a watertight fit. Plus, they do it all in just one day. I know because I did it.
Our Splash in a Savings event is going on now. Call 888-997-1357 and save up to $500 plus a free upgrade package.
Now during P-Rat's Memorial Marathon, get a Tempur-Pedic mattress with adjustable base, 2 memory foam pillows, mattress protector, $300 in gift cards, as low as $41 a month with the power of 72 months, 0 interest with free delivery.
Nobody beats P-Rats.
Alex Poythress seemed to be as happy as he has been in a long time following his Thursday workout in Philadelphia for the 76ers. Afterwards, Poythress said he thought it was one of his best workouts so far. Alex said he just went out and tried to do what he does best.
Just play to my strengths. I'm a big physical guy, so be physical with them on offense and defense. So offense, attack the rim, defense, get up in people, and just try to create havoc.
When you look at NBA players, who reminds you most of yourself?
Kind of like Roberson or OKC or Alfred Mino from Portland. Those are 2 people I feel like I can fill their roles and come in from day one and do.
Both players Poythress mentioned are role players. He says that's what every team needs. With 8 or 9 workouts left, Poythress said his next stop is L.A. Today, Dustin Beggs was named just the 7th baseball player in UK history to earn academic All-America honors. Beggs leaves Lexington with incredible numbers: 9-2 record this past season, 16-6 record in his 2 years, and a career winning percentage of .727. Beggs will also have to leave behind his trademark flowing hair when he gets drafted into pro baseball.
Gosh, I'm probably gonna have to cut it a little bit anyway because it's getting kind of long, but I'm getting mistaked for a girl a little bit too often, but I'll probably cut it a little bit just to make sure that it's at appropriate level for the next level for sure.
There is a special visitor in town this weekend. The Legends are hosting the Kansas City Royals 2015 World Series trophy tonight and tomorrow. Fans will have an opportunity to take a picture with the trophy. It stands 24 inches tall, weighs around 30 pounds, but its value is difficult to determine.
It's probably valued in the $70-some thousand or something. Whatever it's valued at, it's priceless in what it represents. And you know, it's not what it costs to make or what it would cost to purchase. It's what it costs to earn it, and that's really what it's all about.
And last year, the UK women's track and field team surprised even some of its best fans with a second-place finish at the NCAA Outdoor Championships. This season, Edric Florial has the #2 ranked team in the country. 17 women and 6 men will be heading to Eugene, Oregon this weekend. Florial says last year the women were able to sneak up on the other teams. This year, despite having a young team, the Wildcats won't have that same advantage.
I mean, last year was good because they didn't expect much from us, and we were not a feature or a factor on anybody's ranking. But now we are, so the expectations have changed significantly. When people expect you to do something and having to go do it, it's much more difficult than when they don't expect you to. You can kind of sneak in behind under the radar and deliver the goods. We're just not going to be in that situation, so we're going to have to go out there and take care of business.
So good luck to them as they head out to Oregon for the Nationals, the National Track and Field Championship. Sam, Andrea, back to you.
A final check of your First Alert forecast is next.
And then on the CBS Evening News, Steve Hartman goes on the road. He'll talk to a piano player who discovered tragedy can hold the keys to greatness.
WKYT's First Alert Weather follows you wherever you go, on TV, online, on your phone, and throughout the day on 104.5 The Cat.
Even though I was the one with cancer, it was never only about me. Cancer didn't stand a chance with all the strength and support I had on my side.
At Ephraim McDowell Commonwealth Cancer Center, we're doing much more than treating a disease. We're healing people.
It was a journey, but I was never alone. This is my second family.
Expert care has never been more personal. Ephraim McDowell Commonwealth Cancer Center.
I'm a survivor, and I'm better now than I ever was before. Thank you.
Now is the time to save big with Smart Bonus Cash from Ford. Now get 0% financing for 60 months, plus an extra $1,000 Smart Bonus Cash on Edge and Explorer. Ford, America's best-selling brand with big savings. 0% financing for 60 months and an extra $1,000 Smart Bonus Cash. But supplies are limited. So hurry while selection is best and see your local Ford dealer today.
It's time to wake up. You've got things to do, mouths to feed, work to get done. It's another Kentucky morning. And Kentucky mornings start here.
Good morning, I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith.
You don't have time to waste, so we don't waste your time. Simple as that. Breaking and overnight news, weather to plan your day, plus traffic you can take with you. Make WKYT This Morning part of your Kentucky morning. Weekdays from 4:30 to 7 on WKYT.
Hey, you know where to find me.
98.1 The Bull.
It's your favorite radio station. It's the way that we get to you.
Nothing like a great song.
There's nothing like country music.
Officer Don and Deanne mornings. 60-minute bull rides all day.
First thing in the morning
and last thing at night.
Better country, 98.1 The Bull.
The best songs.
The biggest artists.
All in one place.
98.1 The Bull.
We'll see you there.
Jenny Wingo signed up for KU's Demand Conservation Program because she knows that during the day, energy demand is at its highest. While she's at work crunching numbers and taking names, a device in her home's AC helps manage the community's energy demand and earns Jenny $20 in summer energy bill credits. And when her coworkers also signed up, all that extra money means bye-bye frozen fettuccine and hello party sub. Become a legend of energy efficiency and start earning your summer energy bill credits.
You know, Kentucky weather is what it is. For those of us who've lived here our entire lives, we've just accepted the fact that we're never going to be able to control it. I remember growing up in Sayersville and wondering, what is it about Kentucky that makes our weather so ridiculous? And that passion to understand it has led me to where I am today. While I still can't control it, I sure as heck really understand it. I'm WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey, and I stand for Kentucky.
All right, one last look at that forecast. I know you're so excited to tell us about the weekend again.
Yeah, because it's so wonderful. Shower thunderstorm skies become more widespread. Saturday into Sunday, we got some isolated stuff out there right now, but it looks like a good soaker of a weekend, unfortunately. But once we get past it, I keep wanting to get to the positive side of this. Next week is absolutely fantastic. Highs in the 70s, low humidity, a really nice treat.
All right. Much more tonight at 11, including the latest on the condition of Muhammad Ali.
Until then, the news is always on at WKYT.com